What's up, guys? How you doing today? You rocking out with the one and only PhillyDom. I'm out here in Brazil. I'm about to link up with Master Wayne, so he can help you guys get some information and also job opportunity to work online with Amazon. He's like a mentor, a trainer, and he wants to help you guys make some money so you'll be able to travel or whatever you want to do in life. Travel, if you want to, buy a house, if you want to save some money, if you just want to have another stream of income. Master Wayne is here to help you with that. As far as Amazon, he's been working with Amazon, I think about around like 10 years now. He's been with Amazon, maybe a little less, and he very knowledgeable on starting your own Amazon store online called it's called Amazon Arbitreo, where you sell and buy stuff. Well, you buy stuff. You buy stuff and you sell it online through Amazon, and he has so much going on with that. He can help you guys out. He's helped a couple people out so far, so it's more people for him to help out. I'm looking at somebody in the chat. This is crazy, but all is well with me, man. All is well. All is well. So I'm just waiting for him to come backstage so we can get the live started. In fact, let me leave him a message. Let him know. I'm ready, champ. Whenever you're ready, you can come backstage. I see World Traveler, man, said PhillyDom, the one and only. Yes, indeed. Steve said greetings from St. Louis. Yes, indeed. And also, guys, if you need information about working in Alaska in the seafood industry, every day somebody calls me about working in Alaska in the seafood industry. Just leave me a message via Instagram, and I'll help you out the best way I can to see if I can help you get a job in the seafood industry in Alaska, or, tell you what company to sign up for or whatever. So right now we're just waiting for Master Wayne. But my day went great today out here in Brazil. Worked on some videos, exercise. Main thing I did was exercise, and just maxing relaxing here. I don't know how much longer I will be here in Fortaleza, Brazil, but I'll be moving around in different places in Brazil. So just to keep you guys posted. So now we have the one and only Master Wayne.
PhillyDom, what's going on?
I can't hear nothing. Is it me?
Yeah,
I can't hear anything.
I can hear you.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay, there it goes. There it goes.
Okay.
Had the volume down. So you setting up his presentation, man. How's your day going, Master Wayne? How's the Dominican Republic treating you?
Man, another day in paradise, trying to stay out of trouble and watch my money double.
Trying to stay out of trouble and watch my money double, man. You got lines for days, man. That's cool.
Hey, man, that's the truth. That's all you got to do. All right, so I'm starting my screen share. It's running a little slow today.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hold on a second. Kathia, man, you have to reach out to me on Instagram. You always say call you. I don't have your number. Kathia, reach out to me on Instagram. All right, the floor is yours, Master Wayne.
I appreciate it. All right, so my name is Wayne McShay, or all my clients call me Master Wayne, and I'm a bona fide Amazon expert. I started selling Amazon back in 2014, so it's been 9 years, and I got started with Amazon before most people were actually shopping on Amazon. And the first thing I did was I started private labeling. So I started private labeling my own products. And then as soon as I started making some money, the first thing I did was take a trip to Colombia. And then I'm going to show you later on how I discovered this business model that I now teach to people through mentorship. So this is not a course. You're not going to sign up and then go watch 100 videos. And then by the time you make it to video number 20, you're all tapped out. And so you never finish the course. Therefore, you never get started. This is a mentorship. I figured out that the best way to teach people is just to do it step by step, like you're sitting in a living room with me, and got my computer open, and you got your computer open, and I say, okay, click here, do this, do that, and we do that day after day until you have your whole business set up, and then I'll give you ongoing consultations as to how to run your business successfully. All right, so also what I've done is I put together a complete business package. So not only am I going to mentor you through the gauntlet, which is Amazon, but included in the price of my mentorship, you will also get credit repair. So if you don't have perfect credit, no problem. I'm gonna have a credit expert come in and clean up your credit while you're getting your Amazon business up and off the ground. And then that same individual is also going to help you register your LLC, set up your business license, your business checking account, register your business with Dun & Bradstreet. And by doing this, by the time we get your Amazon business rolling and you're making money, now you also have good credit so you can get a loan and pour that money into your Amazon business and start growing it. And with the LLC, you now can get a reseller's permit, and this allows you to sell all the major brands: Disney, Marvel, Nautica, Nike, Adidas, Michael Kors, DeWalt. You name it, you'll be able to approach these brands every single day and work out distribution deals with them, which will make your selling on Amazon much easier. Because when you start selling these major brands, you don't have to compete. They have a price lock, and so nobody on the listing will be able to sell the price below a certain price. So it makes the whole business model that much easier. Now, as you can see right here on this screen presentation, I've already made it to 67 clients. So I only have 33 slots left. So these slots are going to be pretty much disappearing over the next couple of weeks. So, you know, if you like what you see during this presentation, then, you know, don't wait, or, you know, don't procrastinate, because the slots are going to go fast. So who am I and why should you even care? Well, besides also being a bona fide Amazon expert, I'm also a disabled veteran. So, you know, living off the VA income, that was no way to live. I did that for about 10 years and be like, man, I got to do something else. So just kind of led me to Amazon. So now I travel the world all the time. I've been living in the Dominican Republic now for 14 months. I have a villa that's $3,000 a month. I got a car. I got 2 motorcycles, and I'm living my best life. You know, sometimes, like, my niece got married in Las Vegas, so I left here, flew back home to Atlanta, flew out to Vegas, stayed for 10 days, you know, went to her wedding, came back to Atlanta, stayed for a couple of days. So, you know, I'm living my best life. And in March of next year, I'm going to leave here and I'm going to go to either Brazil, Thailand, Indonesia, or Africa. So I'm going to show you how to make this type of money that I make so you can live your best life. You'll be able to live wherever in the world you choose, and you'll be able to, you know, splurge on yourself and your family and live above the fold instead of in that 9-to-5 rat race. All right, so now I'm going to jump right into the presentation. So the first question I get is this a scam? And so all you have to do is go back to 2006 when the internet was in its infancy, and, you know, it started to put brick and mortar colleges out of business because online universities and colleges start to pop up. And online universities, you had PDFs and you no longer needed the books. And so what happened was all these books were just sitting around in surplus. So Amazon said, okay, if you can find these books, ship them into us, we'll sell them for you on the platform. And then once they sell, we'll pay you. And so this is what people started doing. They started finding all these books, shipping them into Amazon. And once they sold, they got paid. But then Amazon figured out, man, we could do this with almost any product. And so that's how this whole business model came about. So this business model is called Amazon FBA. It's called Fulfillment by Amazon. So you can Google all the information that I'm telling you. It's 100% accurate. I know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this for 9 years. And walk you through how this whole thing works and how it's set up and how I gear you for success. So now Amazon serves 51% of the planet. All right, so you probably see this on the left where, depending on what type of subdivision you live in or what part of town you live in, you see people ordering Amazon packages every day, or you see the delivery trucks all around the city. And this is people who just don't know any better. They're just constantly ordering things from Amazon, not knowing that all they have to do is reverse this. And instead of you constantly ordering stuff from Amazon, you could be shipping items into Amazon. And so this is what I'm going to show you how to do. All right, so before we get into that, I want to also show you some testimonials so you can see what some of my mentees also have been able to achieve. So this is a client, his name is Mark, and he sent me this screenshot. He said, Wayne, I'm $49 from my first $3,000 a month. And what makes this so significant is that Mark was actually already selling on Amazon. He and his wife were selling books, but Mark and his wife couldn't get past the $1,000 a month mark. So he enrolled in my mentorship, walked them through how to do the whole entire business model correctly. And he sent me this screenshot and he was like, we finally hit $3,000 a month. This is another client of mine, and her name is Vanessa. And she was like, good morning, Master Wayne. Hope all is well. Thank you so much for your mentorship. My goal was to make $5,000 a sale, but as of last night, I hit $6,000. It says, how can I begin to scale even further before the end of the year? So, she was only expecting to make 5,000, but the information I give you is so powerful. She been able to surpass that and make $6,260. So there's no fluff, no hype, complete walkthrough. And I'm gonna show you. Oh, and also what makes Vanessa's testimony so powerful in this screenshot is that when she reached out to me and she was thinking about enrolling, she was like, Wayne, my husband just had a massive stroke. He was the breadwinner. We only have limited savings. So this has to work because I got nothing else to fall back on. And now she's a breadwinner and she's constantly just scaling up and making more money than her husband even made. So, and now she's okay. All right, so in August, I flew out to Las Vegas for my niece's wedding. And this was a client of mine. Her name is Tavara. And Tavara lives just outside of Rancho Cucamonga, California. And she got in her car and drove 3 hours all the way up to Las Vegas to meet me in person. So this speaks for itself. And here's Tavara at a little over $5,000 a month. And so when you give people this type of value and this type of service, instead of just sending them to a website saying, hey, pay me the money and watch all these videos and pray that you learn everything and you can make money like I do, then nah. So full service. All right, here's another client of mine. Her and her husband booked some flight tickets and flew to the DR to come spend time with me. And, just to go with their business. And, her husband, he works in New York. She lives in Atlanta. And she wants to bring him home so he won't have to go to New York and work. And she's already up to $1,200 every 2 weeks. All right, and this right here is one of my top clients. His name is Tony, and Tony is now making $10,000 a month. And we're gonna do a little challenge. So I want you guys to put in the comment section, how many products do you think Tony has in his Amazon account? And now he's at $10,000 a month. And he just received a letter from, or not a letter, but an email from Amazon, and Amazon is willing to give him funding to now scale his business up past 10,000 so he can get to 25,000 and then 50,000 and then 100,000. And I set up a Zoom call with Tony at this point just 2 days ago, and we walked through his account, and I showed him I showed him that he didn't have to take Amazon's offer. I showed him how to look at about 4 or 5 other different funding sources, no credit check. They just look directly at your Amazon performance, and they'll be able to see that he's making $10,000 a month. And then, he can compare who gives him the most amount of money and then who gives him the best interest rates or the best terms. So put in the comment section how many products you think Tony has in order for him to make $10,000 a month. And then we'll discuss it later. And whoever gets the number correctly, I'm gonna cash out you $50 tonight. All right, here I am at my villa, and these are 3 clients that actually flew in to get personal one-on-one training, in-person training with me. So that's Jay Gustavo, Mike Logan, and Ernest Fultz. And Mike and Ernest flew in on the same day, and Jay Gustavo flew in like 3 days later. And here we all in my living room. We see we had something to eat, and then after that, we got right to work with showing them the Amazon business and earning the money. So, I know you've probably taken courses online before, but how many times have you seen people book plane tickets and fly, a 3.5 hour flight, or sometimes longer? I mean, Atlanta straight to the Santo Domingo is 3.5 hours. And so, most of these guys have layovers, and, it could be like a 7 to 8 hour journey, but, they've seen my results. They've seen testimonials from my clients. They've seen me do other presentations, and they know that this is all real. It's no hype. I'm 100% transparent. And later on, I'm gonna show you how much money I make from my main account. I'm gonna show you 3 months worth of bank statements. And I'm also gonna show you me at an ATM, and I took a picture of my balance on the ATM screen so you can see how much money is in my bank account. So not only am I going to show you my lifestyle, but I'm going to show you how much money Amazon has made me over the years. And this is something nobody does. Usually a guru has a nice web page, and he puts all these screenshots up and a few shots of some exotic cars that he may or may not own. I got all that, and I'm going to show you. All right. So when I first started making money, the first thing I did was I got my passport. And my first trip was to Medellin, Colombia. And the guy on the left in the gray shirt, that's one of my good friends now. His name is Giordano, and he's a client of mine. And boom, you can see, he had no problem growing his account to over $5,000 within a couple of months. And in Colombia, that goes real far. And then right here on the right is Luke Jordan. And if any of you guys know Luke Jordan, or you ever get an opportunity to meet Luke Jordan, make sure you shake the brother's hand and thank him, because he is the reason why we are here tonight. He had 1,000 questions for me, and I just started answering the questions. And the more questions he asked me, the more light bulbs went off in my head. And basically, he was like, "Okay, so you have products that you own now and that you sell on Amazon." But then he asked me, "Well, what about the other tens of millions of products on Amazon? Could you also sell those?" And at the time, I had no idea. And so I had to come home to Atlanta, and I would spend 8 hours a day on my computer trying to figure out whether or not I could sell just about anything on Amazon. And it turns out I could. And that's how this whole business model came to be. Now, it took me 3.5 years to set it up, but it's all because of that dude right there on the right, Luke Jordan. So big ups to Luke Jordan, and I thank you, and all my clients thank you. All right, now my clients range from as young as 22 years old all the way up to, I think my oldest client is 72. And so my 22-year-old client, he's in college in Georgia, and he made $1,800 in 1 month, right? And then unfortunately, he went ahead and he went on a shopping spree. And that's not what you're supposed to do. You know, you're supposed to take that money, reinvest it into your business, and then you'll make even more money and you can grow it. You know, he could have spent maybe he could have spent $800 and reinvested $1,000. But you know, when you're that young and you in college, you know, you're just trying to live the limelight. So I posted this in the client only Facebook group, and you know, I posed some questions. I was like, now, did he list a product every single day? Nope, he didn't. Did he start slow and pick up momentum? Yes. And did he use a virtual assistant as instructed? No. So despite not listing a product every day, a slow start, and no virtual assistant, he was still able to get $1,800 in only 3 months. So that's the power of what I'm going to teach you. But my advice, of course, is don't go on a shopping spree. Reinvest it into your business. And had he reinvested his money into his business, he would probably be making almost $15,000, $20,000 a month right now. And he would only be a junior in college at this point. But you know, he had to start from scratch, so now he's lagging behind. All right, so I try to make this as transparent and honest as possible. And I want you guys to know that 90% of you will fail because only 10% of any business, whether it be brick and mortar or online, succeeds. Now, because this is a mentorship, I'm actually exceeding those odds. So more like about 20 or 30% of my clients are making consistent money with Amazon. So I'm beating those odds. So, you know, more likely only about 70% of you will fail. And the only clients that I have who fail are those who just don't put in the work. Because I'm going to teach you the complete system. And when I finally finish training you, we're going to Zoom. I'm going to sit on my computer and I'm going to watch you go through the whole thing step by step. And I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to take notes of any mistakes that you're making. And then at the end, we'll correct those mistakes. So that way you could do this every day without making any mistakes or any errors. So it amplifies your chances of success. So this way we can get you out of the 9-to-5 rat race and you won't feel like you're stuck for the rest of your life. Because I know that's where a lot of you are. I have a client with me here now that's still training with me. His name is Mike Logan. He used to be a truck driver and he didn't want to go get back in that truck. And I know some of you are truck drivers right now. You might be in the truck as you're watching this presentation. And so, you know, remember, this is the opportunity for you to change your life. You know, this doesn't come around that often with somebody like myself is willing to come back down and say, okay, listen, I'm going to mentor 100 of you. And I've already made it up to 67. So there's only 33 slots left. But, you know, I want to help 100 people change and transform their lives. Now, there's 4 different types of people, right? So if you have no job, that means you got a lot of time because you don't have nowhere to be and no one to report to. But that means you got limited resources to travel and you got limited money. Now, if you have a 9-to-5, then you're not going to have that much time. You're going to have a little bit more resources to travel. And of course, you got money coming in. Now, if you're self-employed, same problem as a job. You're not going to have any time to really do what you want to do because all that time is being spent running your business. But you are going to have the resources and the money to travel. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert you from hopefully having no job or being a 9-to-5 or an entrepreneur into a business owner. And that's what I am. I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. So I got employees and virtual assistants managing and operating my whole entire Amazon business. And I'm going to teach you how to do the same thing. So I got all the time in the world. Like I sleep 10 hours a day. So when I wake up, I really have 14 hours a day to do whatever I please. And then, of course, I'm traveling full time already for a living. So I've been to 15 countries, 3 continents, and 41 states. And when I'm done traveling, I will have set foot on at least 5 continents, I don't know how many countries I'm going to end up going to, but I'm also going to go to all 50 states. And I'm going to swim in all 5 oceans. And I've already done stuff like I've been paragliding, I've jet skis, been on yachts, I've been parapente, I've done skydiving, horseback riding, four-wheeler, just about anything you could imagine I've already done. And of course, my money is real long, so I got nothing but money, time, and I like to spend all that time and money traveling. All right, so if you didn't know this, these are the 9 largest retailers in the United States: Walmart, Home Depot, Costco, CVS, Target, Lowe's, Walgreens, Kroger, and Best Buy. So they're worth a little over $1 trillion. But what I bet you didn't know is that Amazon is larger than all 9 of those retailers put together. So this is the sheer power and domination of Amazon. It's worth 1.4 trillion. Now, that gives you access to 100 fulfillment centers worldwide and 15 global sorting centers. So you can send your products all over the world. They'll sort them and then send them into fulfillment centers, and they'll go live on Amazon websites, and then they'll start to sell. So this is how we're going to set you up with success, because you're going to have a global, pretty much a global distribution center off the backs of Amazon. Now, this graph right here puts that into perspective. So Amazon is sitting at the top at 1.4 trillion, and their next closest competitor is Walmart at $339 billion. So that's how much larger Amazon is than Walmart. And my misconception is, you know, being that I've been to 41 states, and no matter what state I went to, and what city I went to, there was always a Walmart. So I had this misconception that Walmart was the biggest retailer on the planet, but I couldn't have been further from the truth. So this gives you the capacity to reach customers in 185 countries. And by the way, there are only 195 countries in the world. So again, this is the sheer magnitude and power of Amazon. All right, so this is a real-time example, right? This is a Disney toy that you could get from Target. It used to be $16.99, right? So what I train you how to do is to get on your laptop and go to Target and purchase this for $16.99. Then I train you how to get that product from, you know, buying it online at Target and then into Amazon. And then once it arrives at Amazon, you can see here, it retails for $52.98. And I'll show you how to get access to all this data so there's no guesswork. So I don't care if you dropped out of high school and you have a GED or you didn't finish school at all, no problem. I can train you on how to do this because it's no guesswork. Everything I do is data driven. I have a saying that I never, ever, ever guess about success. I always calculate it or measure it. That way I can move with precision. And I'm going to teach you how to do the same thing. All right, so you can see here, this is the actual even competition for this listing. So there's only 3 people selling it. Yeah, this person has 6 in stock. The number 2 seller has 1 in stock. And the number 3 seller has 1 in stock. And you can see their prices, $44.98, $44.98, $52.98. And then you can see right here, this 45, that's how many times per month this sells. So not only, and I'm going to show you how to see this information, but I'm also going to teach you how to see every single sales quota for this product for the last year, okay? So we're not playing no games around here. It's all data. All right, so you're also going to receive 15 leads per day that you'll be eligible to sell, and they'll all be profitable. And so you see right here that I have highlighted the ROI. So this is the return on investment for each one of these products. And so if you look over here, it's going to tell you how much you have to spend in order to buy this product. And then in this next column, it tells you how much you can potentially sell this product for on Amazon. And then last but not least, you can see your net profit. And so people say, okay, well, how do I determine which product I should buy? Well, I tell them that the first thing you need to do is sort by the number of FBA sellers, because that's going to be your real competition. So if you look on this list right here, you can see that this product has no FBA sellers and only one FBM seller. So you would buy for you would buy for $69.73. You would sell it for $117.33. You would make $24 profit, and there's no competition. There's only one FBM seller, and you'll get precedence over that one FBM seller. All right, so here's the breakdown. So you purchase that Disney Monster toy for $16.99 in the number 1 slot. Number 2, you try to sell it on Amazon for $52.98. And then if you do that, Amazon will take out $13.14 as their fee, and then they'll transfer into your total balance $39.84 cash. So if you're doing the math, then you already know that the $16.99 that you paid to purchase that Disney Monster toy, you will automatically reimburse for that. And then on top of that, Amazon paid you out a nice whopping profit of $22.85. Excuse me for a second. All right, that's one of my nobliest son in the background having love too much fun on YouTube. All right, so now here's another actual one of my products that I used to sell. So this is called the Quip electric toothbrush head, and I would buy 3 of them. So, and I would put them together into a 3-pack. So they were $5 a piece, and then once I bundled them together, then that was $15. And you can see over here that they would sell on average for about $48.20, right? So that would mean my profit margin would be $21.16. My return on investment would be 141%. And I'm going to show you how to get access to all these tools and softwares that does all this for you. So you'll be able to see the same information I see. And again, there's no guesswork. It's all data driven. If you have a child that's in junior high school, give me about 2 months and I can probably teach them how to do this same exact system. The only problem is they have to be over 18 to even have an Amazon account. But that's how easy I've made this whole process. All right, and here's the actual inside of my Amazon account, and here's a breakdown of all of those electric toothbrush replacement heads. So here, I sold it for $40.99. You can see it was pending, $41.99 pending, $45.99 complete, $45.65 pending. All right, next day, 1 pending for $45.75, and then all of these are complete. And you can see $42.97, $45.99, $43.99, and $43.99. Okay, and here you can see 4 completed payments and 1 canceled. If your order gets canceled, no problem. It goes back into your inventory, and then you can sell it again. And $43.99 all the way down the page. So here's the exact breakdown. I bought 15 of them. All right, so that ends up being, and I sold them for an average price right here of $44. And so that ended up being $660 in sales. Amazon takes their fee of $172.25, and that leaves me with a total balance of $487.75. So that means I'm reimbursed for what I paid for the products, which were $225. And then my profit on top of that is $262.75. So put a yes in the chat if you see how easy this is, and if you think I can mentor you how to do this. I'll show you the 6 softwares that I use, and there's probably no other person on the planet who has put this together the same exact way that I have. So, you know, I'm probably the only person on the planet with this unique business system, because I put this all together myself. Nobody taught me how to do it. I just spent 3.5 years searching and scouring the internet for the right softwares, and then those softwares had to communicate with one another And then they also had to sync up with the Amazon account. And so after going through hundreds of softwares and paying out a lot of money, 3.5 years, boom, I finally cracked the code. And this is what I'm going to mentor you on how to do. But for you, it won't take you 3.5 years. I can get you trained and fully up and operational where you're profitable in 3 months. It only really takes 6 weeks for you to start making your first profits, but before you're a bona fide expert and your whole business is running efficiently, I would say on average 3 months. All right. So here you can see I'm right here, the number 6 spot, and I had one left in stock, and my price was $45.86, and I was going up against 20 sellers, so 19 prime sellers and 2 merchant sellers. And of course, I'm one of these prime sellers, so instead of me going up against, so it's 21, but I'm the 21st, so I was only going up against 20 people. And this product was only selling at the time 31 times per month, but I had no problem still selling 15 of mine and making profits. All right, here's another one of my actual products that I used to order. So this is a Arctic Crystal sewing machine. I used to buy it for $119.99, and then you already know what I did with it after that. I would send it into Amazon where it retailed for $259. So that's a profit of $77. That's a return on investment of 66%. And you can see over here what my profit output is. So you see this number right here? I would order 5, and this number right here, 385.05, would be my profit output. So if I just ordered just this product, right, it would only take me 3 minutes. I would turn on my computer. You know, my VAs would already have the spreadsheet for me lined up. They would already tell me what I need to purchase because they've already scanned it and analyzed it and researched it. So I would literally just go to the retailer, which is Joann, go to Joann, and I would order this, and I would buy 5 of them, and then I would go through a couple other steps to get this product into Amazon. So in literally 3 minutes, I would make $385.05. Now, I have another client who's a truck driver, and you know, he and I were talking, and he showed me, you know, his pay stubs, and he works like 10 hours a day, sometimes longer, sometimes 16 hours in that truck. And he showed me where, you know, he's working 16 hours a day and doesn't make $385 a day. Well, I'm working only 3 minutes a day, making $385. And you probably know even some of the highest paid professions like attorneys, architects, and doctors, they don't even make $385 an hour, let alone can they do it in 3 minutes. And this is the power, and this is what I'm going to teach you. And you can see right here for this sewing machine, it was sold out. Nobody even had it in stock. And this thing sells at a rate of 72 times per month. And you can see my breakdown of the purchase: $5.99, $1.95 shipping and handling, $42.13 in taxes, and then my total order balance. All right, and yet here's another one of my favorite products, and now I can't find it no more. I used to get this from Home Depot, and that's just how transparent I am. And so I would buy it for $187.31, as you can see over here to the right. And then I would send it into Amazon and sell it for $500. And so my profit would be $135.65. And again, that's an ROI of 72.42. And guys, listen, this isn't hard. It's not rocket science. I know some of you might be afraid to do anything outside of just having somebody sign a paycheck and get that to you every 2 weeks. But literally, I could teach a child how to do this with enough time and enough patience. They can learn how to do it. Maybe I would say they have to be in junior high school. But as you can see, I'm not doing anything difficult. This is just a system, and I'm going to teach the same exact system to you. I've already taught it to multiple people. And the only thing you have to do is just follow the script, and that's it. And so there's nothing preventing you right now from going to Home Depot, and they don't even sell this anymore at Home Depot. But if they did, then you would be able to go to Home Depot, and you could And let's say you don't even purchase this one. You can purchase something similar, right? So you buy this from Home Depot right from your laptop. And then you go through a few additional steps to get that from your laptop, from Home Depot into Amazon. And then as you can see here, when I went to Home Depot, I purchased 8 of them, right? So after purchasing 8 of them, let me show you what happens. Boom, buy 8 for 100, buy 8, and I would pay $187.31, right? So you multiply that times 8 again, so I would pay $1,500 for all 8. Now, after all 8 sold, I would sell them for $500 a piece. So that means my profit would be just 8 cents shy of $4,000. So with that $4,000, Amazon has to get their fee first, right? So Amazon is going to take $1,416.25. That leaves you with $2,583.67. Now listen, don't get happy, don't go shopping, right? Because one, the $1,500 that you paid for 8 of these digital electric smokers, you got reimbursed for that. So they actually ended up being free. And then your profit on top of that was $1,085.19. And check this out. Again, I already told you, so some of you already know this, it will take me 3 minutes to do this. So tomorrow is Monday. I'm gonna get up Monday morning and do the same exact thing. It won't be with this product, but I'm gonna make sure that when I'm done in 3 to 15 minutes, that my profit output says $1,000. That lets me know that for the day, I've made $1,000. Now, it's gonna be 30 days later till I get that $1,000, but I mean, how many hours would you have to work, or how much money would you have to get paid to make $1,000 a day? And so this is why this is so powerful. And I'm gonna show you how much money I make in a second, and you can see just the sheer power and complexity of this when it's made simple. All right, now, what you're looking at now is something else I'm gonna show you how to do just to increase your chances of success. And this is what we call analyzing other sellers. So you're gonna come across some sellers, and I'm gonna show you how to see how big or small they are. And when you come across these other sellers, some may have been selling on Amazon longer than I have. So I've been selling on Amazon since 2014. That's 9 years. Some of these sellers have been selling on Amazon for 10, 12, 13, 15 years, you know, since Amazon started the whole fulfillment by Amazon program. And you right here, over here where it says count, this particular seller has 4,854 products in their store. Now, in just a second, I'm going to show you and reveal to you how many products my client Tony has just to make $10,000 a month. So you can imagine how much money a store like this is making when they have almost 5,000 products a month. So it's going to put it into perspective for you. So now this right here is my formula. You know, you'll always know whether or not something is profitable. That's number 1. 2, you'll know what your return on investment is. 3, you'll know what your competition is in terms of FBA sellers and merchant sellers. 5, you'll be able to see their inventory. So think about that. Is it profitable? How much is my ROI? How much competition do I have to go up against? And how much inventory does my competition have? Do they only have 1 in stock, or do they have 100 in stock? Knowing this information is critical and it's powerful. Number 6, what's my best selling rank for this product? That determines how fast it sells per month or how slow it sells. Does it sell 30 times a month, or does it sell 3,000 times per month? Number 7, whether or not you're eligible to sell a product. If you're not eligible, no problem. I can show you steps to get ungated for those type of products. And number 8, the sales per month. Knowing this is monumentally important. And 9, yes, you can sell most of these products internationally. So if you find something that sells well in the United States, then more than likely you can also sell it in Canada, sell it in Mexico. I'm gonna give away one of my best-selling products in Mexico. And once I tell you, all of you are gonna shake your head like, yeah, that makes sense. So I got nephews and nieces who used to be into wrestling. And way back in the day when Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant and Brutus the Barber Beefcake and Randy Macho Man Savage and Ultimate Warrior, back when all of them used to wrestle, and I was a kid, I used to watch it too. And one of the things I've noticed over all these years is that Mexican wrestlers always wear the mask with the jewelry on it and the crazy face. And in their culture, they had this thing called the Day of the Dead, where they paint their face with the skulls, and Halloween is real big, and it's a ceremony. It's like a national pastime and holiday for them. So in Mexico, I sell tons and tons of Mexican wrestling toys. And so that's just an expert tip for you, that when you analyze other countries, you know, like in Europe, I sell a lot of soccer merchandise, because over there, soccer is like their national pastime. Whereas in the United States, baseball is a national sport. Then you got basketball, and then you got the NFL. So when you start to study what's going on in other countries internationally, man, you can really start to, you know, improve your business. All right, so this is the whole process. We source products for cheap, we buy it at that cheap price, we send it through the shipping channels to get it from the retailer into Amazon. Once it goes into Amazon, it goes live on the website, it sells, and then Amazon pays you, you pocket the difference, and you rinse and repeat. And you can do this with a limited amount of products. You are not pigeonholed, you are not cuffed, you're not handcuffed, none of that. I mean, just unlimited amount of products, okay? All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and take a short break and open things up for questions, and then we're gonna get right back into it and finish knocking out this presentation. And then we're gonna try to see who the winner is and who guessed how many products Tony actually has inside of his store, so I can cash out them $50. All right, PhillyDom, open this thing up to questions, and let's also figure out if anybody got the answer correct. All right. Black Lex 71 is asking, do you need to do analytics on the items sold on a continual basis? Some items that may be profitable today may not be profitable next week. So the answer to that is yes and no. The way you really want to set this business model up is you want to make sure you're doing research and finding products with a BSR under 150,000. That means that these are very fast selling items. So let's say it sells 1,000 times per month and there's 20 sellers. So if you divide 20 into 1,000, I think you should get 50 sales per each of those 20 sellers. So that means each seller could sell 50 products with no problem. Now, if you have a slower selling item, and when you originally scan that listing, let's say there was only 3 people selling it, and you say, okay, it's selling 30 times a month, there's only 3 people selling it, so each seller could get 10 sales. So let's say 2 months from now, you come back and you reanalyze that listing, and now there's 10 people selling it. So now, instead of 3 people getting 10 sales, 10 sellers will only get 3 sales. So that may not be as profitable for you anymore. But that's a very good question, Black Lex. Nobody has ever asked that before. But that shows me that you're thinking and you're actually pulling in this information that I'm giving you. So yeah, you can do continual analytics on every single product, and it's called replenishing. So if you rescan a product and it's still profitable, by all means, order more, send it in. But once you also reach the big boy level and you go after brands like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Marvel, Disney, all those brands, you're going to be able to just ship products in continually, and you won't have to worry about it being oversaturated or anybody tanking the price, because those brands have price locks. So they dictate that nobody can sell that product for under a certain price. And those brands sell in the thousands. So great question. You're the first to ever ask that. All right, next question. Philly, you still there? Waiting for the next question. All right, let me see if I can scan through and find some of the questions for him, because it seems like we're having technical difficulties.
Here we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, no, I said there's no more questions.
Okay, no more questions. Okay.
I'm looking, I see them, but they got a whole bunch of numbers. When you take the Cash App situation, they all.
Yeah, I'm looking through right now, and I'm trying to see if anybody got it correct. Okay, all right, so nobody got the answer correct. I see 71, I see 32, 5, 17, 5 items, 25, 42, 20, 37, 10, and 107. So here's the answer. In order for you to make it to $10,000 a month, all you need is 49 products. That's it. So if you want to make it to where you're actually making about $20,000 a month, all you need is about 100 products or 98. And so the way this works is you're going to find fast selling items that you can purchase and send in a nice quantity, maybe 10, 15, or 20. And then once your items sell, you rescan the listing and you send in more and you just replenish. And so that's all it takes. 50 items can get you to 10K a month. 100 items can get you to 20K a month, and so forth and so on. So that's how simplistic this business is once you're actually doing it in the most efficient manner and you've been properly trained. All right, so let's continue. Since
somebody's a question right there, Mac. You see it? I put it up there for you.
All right, PhillyDom, Mac Millie. The program this brother is selling sounds good. Is he a friend of yours? Had a hard time trusting people who are on the internet, but I do rock with you, Dom. Are you the kind who vouches for him? So Mac Millie, yeah, PhillyDom can vouch for me. Been doing these presentations on this channel since April. Have loads of clients already making money. And the best indication of that is, Mac Millie, if you send me a Facebook friend request, and PhillyDom has already put all my information in the chat, then I'm going to let you get access to my Facebook client group. And in that group, all my clients post screenshots of their sales and their success, and also their video testimonials. And because it's Facebook, you can comment and question any of my clients in real time. And I know you're probably just getting on, but before I show screenshots of clients who've actually flown into the DR to meet me in person and to get training in person. So if that's something you want to do, then that's no problem. And I was in Las Vegas for my niece's wedding, and I had a client drive 3 hours from Rancho Cucamonga, California, all the way up to Vegas just to meet me. So I've been in this Amazon business now for 9 years, and people don't book plane flights or jump in their car and drive 3 hours away if you don't know your ish. So, I'm a bona fide expert. I've been living my best life since 2015 when I really started making money with this business model. And I'm here to personally mentor 100 people because that's my way of giving back for all my success. All right. So is that the last question?
No, somebody else has a question. I see him now.
Okay.
Yeah, I can vouch for him, man. I have relatives and friends that I went to school with and everything that are working with him right now. I can vouch for Master Wayne, Mac.
All right, Michael McClellan. I usually just say this for the end of the presentation, but I have two pricing plans, right? Plan A is a one-time payment of $2,500. And in that plan, if you choose that plan, then I take a 15% equity stake in your business. And so every 2 weeks when you get paid out from Amazon, you'll give me a 15% kickback. And this makes your success my success and vice versa. So now I have a vested interest in making sure you succeed. Now, if you're a bona entrepreneur, I have Plan B. Plan B is just a one-time payment of $7,500. And with Plan B, you keep 100% of everything. No 15% kickback, you have 100% ownership. And later on in the presentation, I'm gonna show you my competition prices of $18,000 and $15,000. And with one of them, not only do you have to have $15,000, but they also want you to have $50,000 capital just to get started. So what I've done is I created the lowest price possible for this business model. And again, this is not a so the chances of you not learning exactly what you need to do in order to succeed are very small, because we're going to be on Zoom meetings where I can see your screen and I'm going to be like, all right, Michael, you need to do this, point here, click that, do that. So I'm going to help you register for software. I'm going to help you set up your Amazon account and then format everything the way it needs to be, and then train you until you can go through the whole process without making any mistakes. So this amplifies your chances of success. All right, so now what you see in front of you is a spreadsheet from a virtual assistant. So what I try to do is get everybody assigned with 2 virtual assistants to run your Amazon business for you. The first virtual assistant will do what you see inside of this spreadsheet. They'll give you a product where you can go and purchase it. They'll tell you what the price is. They'll tell you what your profit is going to be. And all you do is purchase it and then tell them what quantity that you purchase. The second virtual assistant would do absolutely nothing but source products for you all day long, 8 hours a day, like it's their full-time job. So you'll never be short for products, and you'll never be short for having somebody manage and operate your Amazon business. The only caveat is mandatory that you manage and operate your own business yourself for 30 days straight before you get a virtual assistant. And the reason for that is, let's say something happens to your virtual assistant. Let's say they quit. Let's say they're in a car accident. Let's say they die, or, anything, or they find something better. And so, you don't want to be in limbo, not knowing how to manage and run your own business. So it's mandatory that I teach you that first, and then get your employees to start scaling up the operation for you. All right, so the first thing I do is I help you get properly set up with your Amazon account, and I walk you through the entire registration page so you don't make any mistakes. If you make a mistake during the registration process, you can be out of business before your business even begins. And as you can see, number 2, I can show you how to expand into all these Amazon marketplaces, not just the United States, but Canada, Mexico, UK, and etc. And you can see right next to that, all of these marketplaces have their own amount of traffic. So you can see how massive this opportunity is. Let's say you don't even want to sell products in the United States, no problem. You might speak French as a second language, and therefore you would have an advantage of just selling products in France. Or you might have some relatives in Germany with some good connects or some good distributors. So you might just sell products in Germany, in which case you would dominate, because every marketplace besides the United States and the United Kingdom is like selling on Amazon 20 years ago, where there was zero competition. So when I tell you it'll be like taking candy from a baby, man, you're gonna have a real good time, and you're gonna make a lot of money. Like, I've just finished setting up my first client, and it's going to absolutely crush it, because when you sell products in Canada, it's like no competition. This is no other way for me to put it. All right, now this is an added bonus. So before you even purchase a product, I'm gonna show you how to get cash back. And so we don't even factor this into our profit margin. This is just extra icing on the cake. So if you ever had somebody tell you that you can't have your cake and eat it too, it's not true. Not only can you have your cake, not only can you eat it, but you can also get some whipped cream on top of that. All right, so let me stop and digress for a second. This is not multi-level marketing. This is not a sweepstakes. This is not a pyramid scheme, okay? So I pulled this from one of the Amazon groups on Facebook that I'm in. And basically this person is saying, you know, a friend asked him for Amazon store name. And then that person went to his Amazon store and pretty much stole all of his products and set up the Amazon account and the business just like this. And so they didn't know what they were doing, but they piggyback off of all of their products. And all that did was just create more competition for himself. So Amazon is going to give you unlimited customers for the life of your Amazon business. Therefore, there's no need to even reveal your Amazon store name to anyone. Friends, family, your pastor, no one, your best friend, even your wife or your husband, okay? Just keep it secret. Nobody needs to know that. Amazon's gonna give you unlimited free customers, so you never have to ask anybody to go to your Amazon store and buy anything. It doesn't even work that way. And if you want to scale up, yes, you can send more traffic to your store through pay-per-click ads or social media or just advertising in general. Now, if you missed out on Google all the way down to the NFT wealth of creation, no problem. Because what I want to point out, you know, I hear sometimes people say, nah, you can't make no money on Amazon now. It's too saturated. Well, let's look at the numbers and then I'm gonna let you decide whether or not it's saturated. So you can see that Amazon sells 4.4 billion each week, right? And then 638 million a day, 26 million an hour, and $443,000 a minute. That's how much money they rake in. So if we take that $638 million a day, then we already know that there's only 350 million people in the entire United States. So men, women, and children, the entire consensus. So if Amazon paid every single person in the United States $1,000 a day, they would still make $288 million per day. So do you think Amazon is oversaturated? Or do you think you can't make any money on Amazon? And think about that. If everybody in the United States was making $1,000 a day, there'd be no issues. There'd be no crime. There'd be no violence. There'd be no political turmoil. Everybody would be on vacation. Actually, nobody would even be in the United States. It'd be completely empty. Everybody would be in the Maldives, Greece, Europe, Thailand, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Bahamas, Bermuda, Costa Rica, Mexico. We'd be all over the world. Nobody would even be home in the United States. There'd be no jobs, no working. It'd be a desolate desert. All right, so here's one of my Amazon main accounts. And you can see my total balance right there sitting at $26,584. Now I know that's a lot of money for a lot of you guys, and it looks a little big. And this is just a screenshot, but right after this, I'm gonna show you sitting at my computer, holding my cell phone, and I'm gonna refresh the page so you could actually see that this is no screenshot, it's no magic. So 4,000 in sales for that day and 16 orders, and boom, in this video, you can see, so this is where I was for the first 6 months when I got here in Santo Domingo. That's my luxury apartment, and boom, you see my cell phone down there with my second cell phone, my Z Fold, and then my computer with the 3 monitor setup, and I got the remotes and my Cohiba down on the table, and I'm holding my main cell phone, and I'm just taking a screenshot of my main account with my cell phone. You can see, boom, 2 days later, my balance was sitting at $32,784.52. And then, so I'm paying over a little bit, and you can see I'm in the Dominican Republic, so it's trying to convert me over to Spanish, but I'm keeping it on English. And now I'm pan back over to the left and click on it, click on the refresh button one more time, so you can see that this is not screenshot, that's me panning over. That's my total sales for that morning. It was like 11 o'clock in the morning. So imagine you waking up and by 11 o'clock in the morning, you've already made $712 for the day. That's more money than most people make in a week, actually. So, you know, again, this is not hard. It's not rocket science. I'm just walking you step by step. And this is something that most gurus and experts who try to teach you anything never do. And this is me at an ATM. You can see my USAA debit card right there in my hand. Last 4 digits, 7854. I've got my cell phone out and took a picture of the balance on the ATM machine. 100,000 in my savings account, and it's just shy of 3 million in my checking account. So this is how transparent I am. I don't play no games. You know, I spent my career in the military, and I even grew up with a military father. And, you know, I've learned principles of discipline and being transparent and doing something right the first time so you don't have to do it a second time. And in the background, here I am at El Poblado, Medellin, Colombia. Nice little penthouse, marble floors, several levels, and a killer view. And this was 2015. All right. And so you can see that not only do I have the lifestyle, I got the money in the bank, and my clients are making money. So this is full scale. This is not no games. This is not, here's my website, join. There's a limited number of spots left. That, you know, there's no scarcity, none of that. So here's my actual bank statement from April of this year into May, and you can see my deposits, 35,000. And you can see how much money I spent, and then how much money I had left over. And here's my next statement from July into August. And boom, this time I made 32,000. I spent 27,000 and saved 5,000, right? And then here's August into September, and Amazon paid me out 16,000. And you can see the pay period ended the 25th, but my Amazon payout for that period was the 27th. It was 2 days later. So 2 days later, Amazon deposited the rest of this money, but the statement was already printed before that happened. So, you know, they ended up paying me like another 17,000. So I hit like 33,000. And then of course you can see again how much money I spent, and then the ending balance. And again, this is something that gurus just don't do. And now here's a short little video of where I am right now, so you can see just the lifestyle that you can live. So again, I got 2 motorcycles. I got a rental car. I pay $1,200 for every month. The villa is $3,000. And I paid cash for both motorcycles. I ordered those 2 electric scooters from the United States. You know, mega pool, you know, the papayas in the front yard, coconuts in the backyard, gazebo. Got 2 grills, one propane, the other charcoal. 3 massive bedrooms, each with a king size bed. AC, air conditioning in all the rooms, hot water. Gated community, 24-hour security, backup generator. And so this is living a life. And this is just all the statistics of this particular building. And so you can see, again, just transparency, just showing you, you know, what you can achieve if you just set out and do it right. All right. And here I am in Medellin, Colombia, and now I want to show you a little bit about how I actually live. So you've seen the money, you've seen my bank account, you've seen my villa, and you know that I do this full time. I only go back home to the United States just for holidays. That's it. I live abroad full time. And like I'm going back home to the United States for Thanksgiving. I'll probably be there for 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna come back and get right back on vacation. All right, so this is me in Medellin, Colombia. This is called parapente. They take you up to the top of a mountain, run you off the edge of a cliff, and boom, you're sailing the clouds for like an hour and a half. I would suggest make sure you go on the warmest day possible, because at this altitude, it is very, very cold. All right, here's me in Atlanta skydiving. Here's some of the other places that I've traveled to. Again, Vegas, Hoover Dam, and the Grand Canyon. I actually did a helicopter tour to the Grand Canyon, and then the helicopter landed in the Grand Canyon. And it was just a dope experience and a trip. Guadalupe, New Mexico. This is actually an asteroid that landed on Earth or crashed on Earth probably billions of years ago, 100 million years ago. And here I am in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, Las Vegas again, Colombia, Senegal, Africa. And then, of course, I love motorcycles. I love helicopters. I like chartering private boats and love penthouses and villas. And you meet some of the best people that you ever met in your life when you're on vacation, because everybody, all their problems are back at home. And so everybody's just on that vacation and, you know, they're having the best time. They don't have to work or get up early. And so everybody's all smiles and just a great time. And down here on the right, this is one of my favorite pictures. I was in Medellin, Colombia again, and it was Thanksgiving. And this chica right next to me in this costume, you know, just pulled that leg all the way up to a 90-degree angle. And I was just amazed for several reasons. All right, and this is again in Medellin, Colombia, and this is Tres Cruces Mountain. It stands for Three Crosses Mountain. And you can see the whole city in the background of this footage. And it's just an amazing view. And Medellin is built into the valley of two mountains. And so it's already 5,000 feet above sea level. And once you hike up this mountain, you know, the air gets even thinner. So it was not an easy task. All right, this is one of my favorite places to go before the pandemic. I would fly to Dallas, Texas. This is in Carrollton, Texas, right outside of Dallas. It's called Spa Castle. And I would fly here every other month before the pandemic. And sometimes I would even take a date with me. And it was just, you know, 24-hour water relaxation. They got a hotel built in. They got restaurants built in. You can get massages. You can get your nails done. Or if you're ladies with you, you can get pedicure, manicure. Man, they have a nap room where the floors are heated, and they got these mats on the floor, and the heat comes up to the floor, and you lay down the mat, it puts you to sleep in just a couple of minutes. It's amazing. All right, Halloween in Medellin, Colombia. Let me see, whitewater rafting in Costa Rica, and indoor skydiving in the ATL and the Battery. And I was a season ticket holder to every sports franchise in Atlanta: the Braves, the Atlanta United, the Falcons, and of course the Hawks. Now I'm still waiting on the Hawks and the Falcons to win something, but you know, the Braves and the Atlanta United have taken care of business over the last couple of years. And here I am in Cartagena, Colombia. This is called Tortumo Volcano, where you climb up some steps and climb down into a volcano, and it's like nothing but mud in there. And they cover you in mud, and it's real therapeutic. And this is my penthouse in Cartagena. And of course, I'm always puffing on a Cohiba. And this is the longest zip line course in Costa Rica. It's like 2.5 hours just to get through the whole course. And you can't touch any of the trees, or you gotta be careful where you walk, because they got fire ants about the size of your thumb. And when they bite, it feels like a bee sting. And horseback riding, and this is Rock City in Tennessee, Segway tours, four-wheelers, just living a life. This is two of my babies right here. My black Lincoln MKZ and my white Lincoln MKZ. They're both hybrids, and I nicknamed them my Michael Jacksons because one is white, one is black. Right? So just dope cars. The whole top of the car is a panoramic sunroof that opens up. And of course, they're both electric hybrids, but you don't have to plug them in. You put gas in it, and boom, you can just drive 550 miles on 1 tank of gas. All right. And then this is my third baby right here. This is the BMW i8. I got a little scuffle right here on the left side. I don't even know what happened. But they got the gull-wing doors, super fast. So this car moves. And of course, it's a hybrid, so you can plug it in. You can use sport mode, or you can use economy mode, but just a dope vehicle. And this is where I was for the first 6 months when I got to Santo Domingo. Nice little luxury high-rise apartment with beautiful views. I should love that view every single day. And then there's a little nighttime view. This is during Christmas time, so that was my little Christmas tree in the background. pretty much have everything I want, so no presents under the tree. And here I am in Tennessee, trip with other Amazon sellers, and we were going to tour this Amazon facility where they have robots actually fulfilling the orders. And so, you know, they got human beings doing one job, but for the most part, it's all automated with AI. And if you haven't figured this out yet, this is the new digital real estate. This is the new real estate, okay? Gone are the days when you buy a house for $150,000 and try to fix it up and repair the roof and repair the plumbing and tear up the floor, remodel the kitchen, update the bathroom, and hope that you can list it with a realtor and pay the taxes and then sell it for $300,000, and then after all your fees, you only walk away with $10,000. Or if you're lucky, you might walk away with maybe $50,000. Well, what I've just showed you now blows this out of the water, because Amazon and ordering products and flipping products on Amazon is the new medium. It's the new digital real estate. And I don't have to, you know, point this out. You guys know that retail is dying. This is just a list of stores and how many stores each of these retailers are actually closing over the next couple of years. So, you know, this is happening because nothing stays the same. And so at the end of the day, you got to know that when this change happens, you're either going to be on the inside looking out, or you're going to be on the outside wishing that you were in. So I'm giving you the opportunity to get in. And there's only 33 spots left before I shut down this whole operation and I'm back on full retirement vacation mode. Now, this is one of my competitors. So I'm always doing reverse analysis and reaching out to my competitors so I can know what they're charging, so I can make sure that I'm giving the best price and the best value. So this company is called Automation Alliance, and you can look them up. They're online right now. And, you know, this is a contract document that they sent me over, and they want $18,000 for them to set you up with the Amazon business or a Walmart business. And then they want 50% of your profit into perpetuity, okay? And this is something I suggest you never do. One, $18,000 is too much just to set up anything, okay? And then for them to take 50% of your profits, now you spent all your money just to purchase the program, and now you're struggling because you're only getting 50% of your profit. And remember, Amazon is taking 15% of that, so you're really only getting 35%. So this is not something you want to do. Here's another company, AmazonAutomation.com. Just to get started with them, they want $50,000 working capital, right? And then if you want to purchase an age account, it's another $15K. So again, this is not what you want to do. These companies are taking advantage of people. This is almost like predatory lending, because this is all they want. They just want your money. They're not in it to actually help people. They just in it to help themselves get as rich or as much money as possible. Now, here's a third thing. Now, this guy's name is Mohammed Zayan, and you know, he has a team of virtual assistants, and you know, they'll help you grow your account to $30,000, $40,000 a month, but they want you to have $100,000 working capital in order to make that happen. And then they also want 50% of your profit. So again, this is not how you want to do it. So be cognitive and be wary of people like this who are going to rip you off and not give you any real value or any real substance. And I'm so transparent and forthcoming. You can even go to Udemy and purchase one of these courses for $119. And they're going to give you a basic overview of information. And you're going to watch a couple of videos, and then you're going to go try to properly set up an Amazon business on Amazon and succeed, and you're going to fail, because this is all rehashed information. They all watch the same video, the same course. They just retweet the information in their own words and put it back up and then sell it to the masses for $120. But you already know that money is value and time is money. So buying something for $120, that's the level of service and the level of information you're going to get. It's going to be $120 worth of information and service. Whereas what I'm offering you is a mentorship for a one-time price of $2,500. So you got to guide yourself. Do you want to pay $18,000 or $15,000, or do you want to pay $119, or do you want to be mentored for $2,500? One-time payment, and then I take an equity stake of 15% in your business, so that my success is your success and your success is my success. And that comes with ongoing consultations. You get my WhatsApp phone number. You better call me directly like all my clients do. You can schedule as many consultations as you need through Zoom. I'll send you a schedule every week, and you can choose the time slot that you want to get on. And that's how I'm giving back. That's how I want to help people. So that's why I decided to do this, because I already make $35,000 a month. So sometimes people do ask me, well, Wayne, why are you doing this? You got enough money, you got money in the bank, you travel the world, you're living your best life. Why do you dedicate a couple of hours every single day, Monday through Friday, helping people? And the answer is actually in the question. At some point, money isn't going to bring you happiness. Happiness is derived by when you properly help people achieve what you should achieve, or set them up for success. So this is why I do it, because I genuinely want to reach back and help people. And one day, my life is going to be over, and I'm going to be laying in the casket and in a church somewhere or a funeral hall, and I want that thing to be decked out. I want as many people there as crying over me, like, okay, this man lived his life to the fullest, and he strived to be the best, and he physically helped people. I want people to get up there and just talk about how I came back and helped them when I didn't have to. And that's what it's about. It's like in the Bible, the parable, when you're walking on the beach and you only see one set of footprints, that's when you couldn't walk anymore, and Jesus started carrying you. And so this is how you really add value back to people's lives. When I walk past a homeless man, I don't always just give him money. It needs to be a special circumstance, because just giving him money, he's going to take that and go right back to the liquor store, right back to drugs, and that doesn't help people. This is a medium to really touch people's lives and help them send their kids to college, dig out of their financial debt that they're in, and transform their lives so they're much happier and they can live a better life. And if you're a bona fide entrepreneur, I have Plan B, one-time payment of $7,500, and you keep 100% of everything, and you get the same level of service. You get 100% of your profits, ongoing consultations for as much as you need it, and this is the level of service that I provide. Now, if you missed it earlier, this is full service. So not only am I going to mentor you through this gauntlet, which we call Amazon, I'm also going to immediately, once you join, for no extra money, I'm going to send you over to my credit repair expert. So while I get you registered and set up with your Amazon business, my credit repair expert is going to start working on your credit. Doesn't matter how much is on there. She can remove bankruptcies. She can remove collections. She can remove liens. She can remove late payments, repossessions, and inquiries. Okay, so we're going to get your credit cleaned up. So 3 months from now, she's going to have your credit cleaned up. So if you're running out of money, then you better easily get a loan and put that into your Amazon business. Or if your business is doing well, now you better walk into a bank and say, okay, I need a loan for $20,000, and boom, you pour that into your Amazon business, and you'll be able to scale that up to $25,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month. And then my credit repair expert, as she's doing your credit, she's also going to properly set you up with the LLC. So we can get everything out your name and put it into your business name, because this is how it's supposed to be done. You don't want people to be able to sue you. When people try to sue you, they go look up your assets. You want them to see nothing. And then she's going to set you up with your LLC. She's going to assist you in getting your EIN number. your business license, your business bank account, your reseller's permit, which is also known as your tax use certificate. And then she's going to show you how to properly get yourself set up with a business address, a 1-800 number, and a business website. And last but not least, she's going to register your business with Dun & Bradstreet. So now you're fully operational. And so if you want to contact Nike and say, hey Nike, I want to become a distributor and start selling your brand on Amazon alongside of you, they'll say, okay, give me your EIN number, your business license, and your reseller's permit, no problem. And boom, Michael Kors, Gucci, whatever brand you want to get on there and sell, you'll be able to do that. And then you'll also be able to reach out to wholesalers. If you live in a major city like New York, Boston, Atlanta, or Los Angeles, or Houston, or Dallas, or Chicago, there are hundreds of wholesalers and manufacturers in these cities. And you'll be able to go directly to them, get their products, and ship it into Amazon and sell it in bulk and make a killing. And so this is a full and complete business. And we don't play any games. You know, when you're ready to get started, you'll just send me a message on WhatsApp, or you'll call me so I can answer any additional questions that you have. And once I take your questions and get you ready, I'll send you over a copy of the contract so you can review it. And then after you review the contract, I send you 2 PDFs. One PDF is called Getting Started, and this outlines how to make your payment and what your payment options are: PayPal, Zelle, wire transfer, or Cash App. And then I send you over another PDF called Amazon Registration. This is a video and a step-by-step directions on how we're going to register you to become an Amazon seller. And I'm going to walk you through the process via Zoom so you don't make any mistakes. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into your monthly expenses to operate a global Amazon business. So the prep and ship company that we use, this is where you're going to order your products from retailers online like Walmart, Target, Home Depot, etc. And we're going to send it to a prep and ship company. The prep and ship company that we use charges a one-time fee of just $49. All right, and then you got 6 softwares, and that's the price of all 6 softwares. And then you have your Amazon Seller Central account. And if you add everything up, that's going to be $414 a month, or I think it's $415 a month. I think I got to adjust the screen shot. And then last but not least, you're going to have a virtual assistant to come and operate your account and manage your account once you're ready, but you got to learn how to run your business first. So once you're ready for a virtual assistant, the virtual assistant is only going to cost you $10 a day, which translates to $50 per week or $200 a month. So if you add all your monthly operating costs up, it's only going to be $619, or it should be $614. And that's it. And now we're going to open it up for questions and some comments and have a dialogue. And you can ask me anything. So PhillyDom, let's go ahead and get those questions fired up, and let's go ahead and bring everything to an end so we could shut it down for the night. I know everybody has to get up and go to work Monday morning, even myself. But my work is a little different than most people's. All right, so PhillyDom is preoccupied. All right, Gray Smoke was out. Is he gated and ungated? All right, do we need to be aware of any scamming in the industry? No, so for the most part, Amazon regulates everything blackleg. So, if you have a problem, let's say one seller makes a false complaint against you that you're selling counterfeit items, then no problem. You'll ask Amazon to provide you with the seller's email address who, launch that false claim against you, and then you'll simply send them a certified letter saying, hey, you launched an IP complaint against me or a false counterfeit item claim against me, and now I'm asking you to retract that statement unless you have bona fide proof, or else Amazon will ban you from their platform. And then they almost always retract it and it goes away. But Amazon regulates everything. If Amazon shuts you down or suspends you, you'll probably never be able to open up another Amazon account in your own name because they track everything. Your name, your address, your IP address, your cell phone number, your social security number, bank accounts, email addresses, everything. So when they verify you, they do a thorough job of vetting you. So there's not a lot of scamming going on in the Amazon marketplace or industry. And with me walking you through this, I'm going to walk you through exactly what software is that I use and all my clients use. So, you won't have to worry about choosing something bad that's going to just take your money and run off with it. But great question, Black Lex. I see you all the way tapped in, man. All right, next question.
You see it? You see it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's on the screen.
All right, great question. Let me see. I'm gonna Google that, Black Lex. Give me a second. How many Amazon sellers worldwide? 6.3 million. So great question, Lex. I've never had anybody ask me that before, but there are 6.3 million sellers on Amazon worldwide. And there's 8 billion people on the planet. So that's like 0.0001% of the planet who actually are sellers on the Amazon platform. All right, and Dr. Michael Echelon Sky says, does he urge due diligence and legal review? Yeah, so when I send you a copy of my contract, you can forward that to your attorney so he could review it. And, I've been vetted. I've been on international television. I've been doing this for 9 years. And, if you do anything illegal or underhanded or black hat, Amazon will shut you down soon as they get wind of it. Even if they think you're doing something and you may not be, they're going to suspend you just to make you go through the process of proving that you're not doing anything wrong. So it's a great platform to be on, and if you got somebody just walking you through the whole gauntlet correctly, then it could also be very lucrative. All right, so you have to pay them, and they owe half of you forever. Yeah, so when you go with these other companies, you're gonna have to pay them an obscene amount of money, like anywhere from 18,000 to 15,000. I've seen some as low as 10,000, but that's overcharging. You can set up your own Amazon account for free, but for somebody to teach you the business shouldn't cost 10,000, 15,000, 18,000. And then if they do charge you that, they shouldn't be taking 50% of your income or your profits. So that's why I brought my price all the way down to 2,500, and then I only take an equity stake in your Amazon business of 15%. So that's your one-time investment is just 2,500, and then your equity stake is 15%. And then from that point on, all you're doing is just managing and operating your business. And, you got operating costs to run your business in terms of the software and your Amazon seller account. But other than that, you're not stranglehold. There's nothing holding you back. And, I'm not trying to bleed my clients of 50% of their profits. I'm in this to help you succeed, So I can take 100 people and turn them into bosses, because you're not a boss unless you can create other bosses. All right. Mac Millie, would you take a bank-to-bank transfer for program payment? Absolutely. Yeah. So for enrollment, once you let me know that you want to enroll, all I need is your name, your full legal name, and your email address, and I'll send you over a copy of my contract. It's a digital contract, so through DocuSign. So you'll sign it, it'll be bounced back over to my email address where I'll sign it, and then boom, we'll both have signed copies of the contract. Next, I'll email you 2 PDFs. The first PDF is called Getting Started, and it outlines your payment options. So you can pay through PayPal, you can pay through Zelle, you can pay through Cash App, or you can directly wire the money from your bank account to my bank account. So yeah, we do have that option. And then of course, the other PDF is called Amazon Registration, where I just get you ready on how to prepare for the Amazon registration process. So once we schedule your first Zoom, I'm literally walking you through it step by step so you don't make any mistakes. But great question, Mac Millie. But yeah, definitely you could do wire-to-wire bank transfer. And Black Lex is asking, what do you think the biggest hurdle is after you get started? Great question. Black Lex, man, I love your questions. You obviously have some type of familiarity with Amazon, or you've been interested in doing this for a couple of years, because you're asking all the right questions. You've obviously looked at some YouTube videos and you've done your homework, so I really appreciate that. So the biggest hurdle for my clients is just most of them are new to actually running a business. And when you're running a business for the first time, most clients don't understand that for the first couple of months, you're going to be in the red. You're not going to be making any money. You're simply pouring money into your business, getting it set up and operational, and then it starts to return a profit. So it takes 6 weeks for you to get your first batch of products into Amazon, so you won't see profits for 6 weeks. And then you're not going to see any substantial return on investment till you've been in it for about 3 months. And so most clients are very impatient. They're thinking this is the instant gratification. They're thinking, okay, I can put in $2,000 and I'm gonna get back $10,000. And it doesn't work that way. This is a long-term business, and we're gonna build it week by week, day by day, step by step. So if you remain patient and realize that you will start off in the red, but eventually get to the black, and then you can start scaling it up, then you're in good hands. All right, Brother Love in Haiti he said, I'm tuned in for this vital information. We need to bring more this type industries to undeveloped nations. Absolutely. You know, there are many undeveloped nations in the world, Brother Love, and I completely agree with you. We need to bring this to the masses because it's right in front of our faces. You know, Amazon is now a household name, and even here in the DR, there are freight forwarding companies like BM Cargo and EPS. And whenever I walk up in there to receive a package from the United States that I've shipped here to me, all I see is Amazon boxes. Like 90% of all the packages even coming in to the Dominican Republic are Amazon boxes. So this is a global phenomenon. And what a lot of people aren't aware of, and it's going to be misfortunate for them, is that right now in 5 states and in roughly 30 cities, Amazon has 30 stores, both retail and grocery. And in these retail and grocery stores, they are all built on Amazon's technology. And so you walk into the store, you pick up a cart or a little basket, you put whatever you want in your basket, in your cart, and then you walk out the door. No checkout counter, no self-checkout, no cashiers, you don't have to pay for it. The moment you walk out of the store, Amazon will tally up what you purchased and then bill you for it later. This is the future of retail. So a lot of cashiers and people of that sort and baggers, they're going to lose their jobs over the next coming, couple of years. I would say 5 to 10 years, because they don't see this coming. And then Amazon is going to automate this type of retail industry all around the world, and it's going to change everything. All right, and PhillyDom is asking me why only 100 people. Good question. All right, so I've been living my best life now since 2015, and I need a lot of sleep. So my brain is constantly running, and I have an addiction, and it's like one of the best addictions you can have in life. And my addiction in life is learning. I've been that way since I was born. I never skipped a single solitary day of school, and every day I'm learning something new by watching YouTube videos or doing some Google searches on Wikipedia. And so, I sleep 10 hours a day because of that. And then what I have left is 14 hours of leisure to do whatever I choose. I spend an hour on learning something new. I spend an hour in the gym. So that leaves me with 12 hours a day to live my best life. But the reason why I'm capping it at 100 people is because now, this fills up my schedule. So from 3 p.m. all the way to 11 p.m. every day, I got to dedicate that time to training my mentees. And so, for 8 hours a day, it's like now I'm working a job. So I'm on vacation, I'm living my best life, but Monday through Friday, I've came down, off the vacation mantle, and I've decided to mentor 100 people so I can make an impact in their lives that they'll never forget. People will forget what you said, but they'll never ever forget what you do for them or how you make them feel. And so, when my life is all over and it comes to an end, there'll be 100 people on this earth that will vouch and say, man, Wayne helped me when nobody else would even lift a finger. And that's what it's all about, just giving back. All right, love the content. I've been married for 20 years, so my wife is going to be tripping when that account looks different. Absolutely, yeah. So if you decide to, enroll Black Lex, it's going to, Anthony Hampton is another one of my clients, and he's married, and, he does real estate. And so, he joined 9 months ago, and he didn't do anything for 3 months. And so, of course, he had to talk it over with his wife. But his wife was like, okay, well, as long as you make the money back that you have to pay, then I'm fine with it. And now that brother is making $10,000 a month, so his wife is elated. So yeah, at first, Black Lex, you're right. Your wife, she might see, that 2,500 or that 7,500 missing from your bank account. But 6 months from now, when she sees that every month you're putting in $10,000 a month, then she's going to be overjoyed and elated, and you're going to be able to keep her as a happy wife for another 20 more years, or you'll probably even make her even happier, because then y'all can be on permanent vacation in Greece, Santorini, the Maldives, Indonesia, Bali, wherever you want to travel to. You can do an Alaskan cruise or a European cruise. And so, that's what it's about. You take that step to lead as a husband and as a man, and you make that decision, and you make a good investment, and it pays off. And you'll know, what's a good investment in that. You're experienced and knowledgeable. So, yeah, that's a great story, though. I appreciate that, Black Lex. Yeah, she's going to look at that account, and she's definitely going to know what's missing. So you're going to have some explaining to do, like Ricky Ricardo would always have that explaining to do with Lucy. All right, Philly, is that it? Or let's take like 2 or 3 more questions if there aren't any more.
I'm looking through them. Anybody else got any more questions? I'm looking through it. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me see. You see what he said? Max said.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's cool. that you do that. I hope you don't take any disrespect for my questions, but the internet is crazy. Oh, no, I'm fully transparent. That's why during this presentation, Mac Millie, and I showed my bank account, my bank statements, a screenshot of my account, and a video of my main Amazon account. And then I also showed you just, pictures of my lifestyle and my cars and all that type of stuff and all the places I've been. And so, when I've learned stuff from gurus before, they were all the same. I saw a nice fancy website. I saw some screenshots and some reviews that may not have been real. And, you couldn't put it all together. So I knew that when I wanted to start teaching people, I wanted to see it all put together, the cars, the money, and living a lifestyle. So I'm not just sitting behind my computer right here with my little lights in the background. This is an entire villa. And one of my clients was like, I don't do this presentation any justice, as he said I should do it outside in the patio where the pool is, so you can see just how big this place is. But this is like the corner that I work from, and I'm kind of humble. So, I did include like a video of the villa, so you can see the whole thing laid out. And you gotta be real, you gotta be transparent, you gotta help people. So yeah, I don't take any disrespect to any of the questions, even if I've had some people say, oh no, this is a scam. And I just tell them, okay, well, you need to go Google what Amazon FBA is, because when they don't know that, then of course they're going to think it's a scam. And fortunately for all of us, Amazon is the largest retailer on the planet, and they're a household name. So I'm not on this presentation coming to you saying, oh, the company is True Dynamics, they do this, they do that. Yeah, this is bona fide. You already know what Amazon is as an entity, as a monopoly, and as a conglomerate. Like many of us grew up on Captain Kirk and Star Trek, but Captain Kirk or William Shatner had never really been to outer space. But Jeff Bezos, being the billionaire owner of Amazon that he is, was the first person to make sure that William Shatner actually made it to space for the first time. So think about how dope that is. All right, Gray Smoke. What's up, Gray Smoke? Said approximately how much do you have to spend to make $10,000 a month? And the answer to that question is there's no way to answer that. Now, I do have a client, he only has 49 products and he's making $10,000 a month, but how much he spends on each of those products or how much quantity he buys, I don't know. I didn't get that far into his business. That's his business and not mine. And it would also depend on your profit margins and your return on investment for each profit. So, but just know that with only about 50 products, you can earn $10,000 a month. And all you have to do at that point is keep those products replenished so you can keep that inventory flowing in. And so if you want to make 20,000, then you would need about 100 products in the same system. Keep that inventory flowing in, keep those products replenished, or you may even be able to double up on the inventory. So if you're ordering 10 units per product, you order 20, then you'll be able to double up your money. So there's no set in stone number. I've seen a lot of different variations with many of my clients who are successful, and there's no real number to say, okay, you have to invest this much to make 10,000. All right, I think that was the last question.
Yeah, unless somebody else has another question. I don't see nobody else.
Okay.
Unless you see something in there.
Nope, I've been through it just like you have, and yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, what is the biggest hurdle in getting started? Yep, that's it. So you have to pay them and owe half of you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's it. Oh, okay. Speaking of earning, are we talking total sales or profit margins? We're talking profit margins. We're talking your profit. So here's something I didn't outline. So here's the best part, Black Lex 71. So let's say you sell a product on Amazon and you sell that product, you buy that product for $49, but you sell it for $100. The moment you sell it for $100, you make your $49 back, and then Amazon's going to give you profit on top of that. So the product was actually ended up being free. So, you know, your true profit is going to be 49 or 51% because you only spent $49. So you made $51 on top of that, right? Now, another thing that a lot of people just don't see because they don't know is that at the end of the year, when you file your taxes, you have a fully functional, complete business. So when you file your taxes at the end of the year, then whatever plan you choose, be it the one-time investment of 2,500 or the one-time investment of 7,500, you can write this off on your taxes because this is a business startup cost. And then let's say you spend for all of 2023, you spend $20,000 on inventory. So that's all the product that you purchase. So remember, once you sell those products, you get all that money back in reimbursement, and then you get profit on top of that. But now with your business, when you file your taxes, you can write off all that inventory and get all that money back, that 20,000 back again for a second time, because now that is a business expense. That's a monthly expense. So all the money that you spend every single month ordering products, you're going to get it back as long as you put it on your taxes as a business expense. So it's very hard to fail when you properly set up this business and you've been adequately mentored or trained on how to negotiate, you know, all the gauntlets that most new sellers just don't know about. Yeah, and Black Lek is saying, yeah, for sure, that's a business expense. Yep. So you're triple dipping. So you buy a product, let's say you buy $400 and you sell it for 200, right? Mm-hmm. So now you've made back your 100, that goes back into your pocket, and then you're gonna have a profit on top of that. Let's say that profit, let's say Amazon takes 15%. So now let's say that brings you down to 85%. So let's say you make $85 profit, right? So boom, your profit is $85. So you made back your 100 and your profit is $85. So now you got $185. And now you could go back and spend another $100 on buying the product again, and you still got that $85 in your profit. Then when you write your taxes, on your taxes, you put down how much money you spent for the entire year on all that inventory, and Uncle Sam would give that back to you. And this is how businesses succeed. This is how rich people keep increasing their net worth, where the middle class and the poor class go down. It's just common economic principles and mathematics. All right, so I want to thank you guys for joining the presentation tonight. PhillyDom, special thanks for you for making this all possible. And I hope you guys have a good night. And you should have my phone number and my WhatsApp and my Instagram.
Let me put it up there
Facebook.
one more time.
Okay.
Put it up there again. I'll put it on the screen in a couple seconds to get it.
Okay. And if you guys want to reach out to me, you can either call me or message me on WhatsApp or email me. And we can have a discussion. I can take your questions and I could let you know exactly how to get started and all that good stuff. And so without further ado, I want to thank you, everybody.
Good live, man. Good live.
Absolutely. Love the shades too, man.
Thanks, man.
You got to be extra cool to be able to pull off a pair of shades indoors, but you always do it without any effort. And how's Brazil treating you, man?
It's treating me good, man. It's treating me good. Everything's going good.
Okay. You still in Fortaleza?
Yeah, I'm still in Fortaleza. I'll be here for a little longer. To make my way maybe back to Salvador Bahia.
Okay. All right. Well, don't forget to tell Remy to reach out to me tomorrow, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Not a problem. Right. Take care.
Yes, sir.
Everybody in the chat, take care as well. And you guys know I got another video coming out in like 7 minutes. So you guys stay tuned. Other video will be out. Let me see what time is it right now. Yeah, you ain't gonna want to miss this one. 8 minutes. Got another video coming out in 8 minutes. So be ready. Be ready. It's gonna be a shocker right here.